location, then I'll be right there. Let me come check you, my baby. No time, no. You send me the location.
Welcome back to another video. So in today's video, I literally have an update for you guys. So this update is me on bed rest, on my update on my bleeding and how everything is going with the pregnancy so far. So this is just gonna be a mini update for you guys. I hope you guys are enjoying the weekly updates. So this one is a little bit different from my weekly updates. I just wanted to update you guys on the bleeding and how that has been. So with after my 6 to 7 weeks, I was still bleeding. I bled for like probably a week straight, but the good thing, I was not filling a pad or anything like that. And I literally had to keep an eye on it. Did I end up taking any medication for it? No, it's something that you weren't taking any medication for. I just literally just had to watch it, and if things got worse or my cramp get worse. And yes guys, I was cramping as I was bleeding, but not severe cramp where it was like above a 7 out of 10, because obviously if it was a 7 out of 10, your girl would have had been rushed to the emergency, and most likely I most likely would be having a miscarriage. But thank God for that. That's not what was happening. I started bleeding again through weeks 8. It stopped, I think, in week 7. Yeah, 7 and 8, and towards like my end of my week 8, going into my week 9 of pregnancy, I literally started. First it was like a wipe, and it was just a little bit of spot. Then I realized I would go in, I use the bathroom to wipe. There was like a fresh set of blood there. Sorry for the TMI for those, watching this, but it does happen, and it happens to a lot of women. Some of us just don't talk about it, or we don't have a platform to talk about it. So I am just wanting to talk about this to let other women know that you're not alone in this. And yeah, when I was going through it, like, I started looking, and I didn't find that much on the internet, but I was looking, I found like 1 and 2 ladies that actually came out and talked about it, and they talked about how they felt and how scary it was. And trust me, it's a scary thing, because as much as you're so excited, you're excited for the pregnancy, you're hoping that your baby is healthy and everything, you're hoping that you're healthy, it's still scary knowing that you're carrying another life, and also that life might be at risk and your life might be at risk. So it's not even one life at risk, it's 2 lives at risk. So that was like a scary time for us, and it kind of make you so worried you can't even enjoy the pregnancy, because at first I couldn't even enjoy and say, oh my goodness, I couldn't even enjoy my pregnancy to say, okay, I could start enjoying my pregnancy now, because this is over with. Like, all I was just there praying and just hoping that this will be over soon. So for those ladies that have been through this, you understand, and for you ladies that are maybe just seeing this video and going through it, it will pass. Just have faith. If you're a believer, just pray and just hope that everything is okay. And if you guys see a clot, like passing blood clots, and they are not as, what would they say, a size of a golf ball, you are okay, because in week 9 I passed 2, and what I thought was maybe like the baby starting to come out. Yeah, I thought it, like, I don't even know what the hell to think, to be honest with you, when I saw it, because it didn't really look like the normal clots, like when you have your period, you have women that pass clots. If you don't, then that's good for you. I know I pass clot when I have my cycle because I also have fibroids. So, and I'm also anemic as well, for those that did not know. So, passing clots is like normal for me. But the size that they were a little bit bigger than normal. And like TMI, like I literally looked in the toilet. I had to because I felt it. It was like plump. And I was like, oh my goodness, what is that? And I literally got a flashlight and looked, and there was like, I don't know if it was like skin cells. I don't know what the hell it was. Um, and I was like wondering, and when I was explaining to the doctor, he was saying that it's just probably that socket of blood that we were telling you about, the sub Q something. I will put it. I'll put it in the thing. Oh gosh, I could never remember the name. The chronic, but I will put it the name of it in the description. That that socket of blood. That's probably what it was, and that's probably what was the last of it that was being passed. Because when I went and did my last ultrasound, they still had seen a bit. This was before I passed because I had frequent ultrasounds just because of this reason. I had to have a frequent ultrasound, like every 2 weeks. I was going to get an ultrasound done, and well, for the ultrasound tech and my doctor, my OB, I just want to say thank you. They've been tremendous help and just been very patient. With me through this and just reassuring me that everything is going to be okay and it's just something that I have to pass, and the baby's doing fine. Because the worst thing is to go to that ultrasound appointment and to get the bad news that they don't hear a heartbeat, they don't see the baby heart beating or anything like that. So, but thank God, with all the ultrasounds that I've had, they just to make sure they're monitoring me, and I was not lifting up anything too heavy. I wasn't putting any strain on my body. I was pelvic resting as well. So that means there was no intercourse for that period of time because it could have made things worse. And having the subchorionic bleeding that I was having, it could also put you at risk for miscarriage, for those that did not know that. So I had to be closely monitored, and I think because of that, it kind of brought up my pressure. Yeah, your girl pressure was like 145 over 100 and something, and that is high. That is high. I was stressed to the max. And I just could not enjoy my pregnancy. This is my first pregnancy that I was like, wow, like I have not gone out and bought anything for the baby. He's usually excited. You know, you want to go out and even buy like a 1-2 clothes, maybe start buying diapers or something. But I could not see myself even go in the baby section because like I'm just hoping for everything to be okay, which I trust in my God above, and I knew everything was going to be okay. But you still, you know, we're only human beings. You have it at the back of your head that maybe something is just not going right. And then I started thinking all sorts of things, and I was like, I wonder if it's my fibroid, because for those that know, like having fibroids can also sometimes heighten your chance of infertility as well. But I think it depends on the size of it as well, and some other factor and where it is in your body. So that was another thing for me as well. Oh, sorry guys. Trying to get myself a little bit comfortable on here. So yeah, so literally I was on bed rest for over 2 months. Yeah, over 2 months of pregnancy I was on bed rest. And even though I was on bed rest, I was not full 100% on bed rest, I guess I would say, because I was still going out grocery shopping, but not as often. But I mostly stayed at home and stayed in my bed and basically just, you know, kept myself busy. And it's a good thing I'm a homebody and I don't get bored easy. So, um, but yeah, so mine was basically home in bed, pelvic rest, no lifting anything heavy, don't stand for long periods of time. That was mostly my thing that I had to do, and for hot showers because the clots that I did, and like I started freaking out, and I ended up calling my doctor right away and telling him what happened and explaining what I saw and stuff like that. And he's like, "You're okay as long as you didn't fall on your stomach or anything like that. Or if you feel hurt and you need to go to the hospital, then you can go in. But if I don't, or if I started bleeding heavy, or if my pain was above, was a 5 out of a 10 or above a 5, I should definitely go into emerge, which thank God my pain wasn't that. My cramping was more at a 3. Yeah, so my cramping was more at a 3. Yeah, it was at a 3. So, and my bleeding wasn't that much and it lasted for, I think, was it maybe 3 days? 3 days. So, two two full days of bleeding where I had to wear a pad, and one day of like me literally like anytime I use the bathroom and wipe, it was always there on the toilet paper, but not passing anything. So, and he's like, as long as you're not filling up a pad or filling up a pad within 2 hours or anything like that, then you are okay. And obviously this time you ain't feeling nothing because I'm so young in my pregnancy. So I wouldn't know if the baby is alive or not or anything like that. The only thing, and then he's like, you know what, let's get you in for an ultrasound. So I ended up going in for an ultrasound, and we got to see the baby, and the heart was beating, which was good, on the monitor. So we knew the baby was alive and everything is well. And literally, when they went and checked, they seen that there was no more, there was not whatever the blood gap was between it and the baby was not there. So what had happened when I actually passed those two big clots, it was actually me fully passing out the rest of the blood. So he says that from now on I should not have any more bleeding, and hopefully my pregnancy would be smooth going into finishing my first trimester and going into my second trimester should hopefully be smooth sailing, and hopefully I could actually get to enjoy it, and my husband as well. So we are just praying and hoping that everything will go smoothly from now on so we can actually enjoy, and yeah, and literally we can share the good news as well, because it's been a touch and go and it's been quite a roller coaster ride. So, and at the end of the day, you don't really want to be notifying anybody with all of this going on and then something was to happen, because I think that would put us more in a traumatic state than anything else. But anyways, so that was it, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I just wanted to update you guys on my bleeding and me being put on bed rest during the early stages of my pregnancy. So if you guys have any questions for me below, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. And yeah, link any questions you guys have for me below. And also let me know what videos you guys would also like to see. And I will try my best as long as I am feeling up to it. And yeah, this baby is not making me nauseous or too like tired to do this. But one thing I can say is being pregnant in my early 20s as opposed to being pregnant now in my 30s, totally different. And ladies, if you can relate, definitely drop can relate or drop me some hearts in the comments if you can relate. Yeah, let's do that. Drop me some hearts in the comment if you can relate, so I know you actually watched out the video to the end of the video. And you can also relate to basically having a child at a younger age opposing to like being in your being 18 to 20 or 22, 23. Well, I would say anything before 25 is considered like a little bit older. That's in your older 20s, to having a child in your 30s. So definitely drop some hearts and let me know, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Bye guys.
Tell you over talk and over dress and over sleep with no one to elevate them, feeling them alone for do it big.